Hello friends. Today I'd like to share on the topic of dealing with loneliness. Well, friends, loneliness is something so common to so many people. Many struggle with that, many don't know how to come out of this struggle. Well, when we look at two categories of people, A, who is surrounded continuously or continuously in the midst of people, midst of friends and others, we think A is and can never be lonely. We look at Mr. B and we think Mr. B is always to himself, rarely in the company of others, and B is a lonely person. Well, not necessarily B will feel lonely, and not necessarily A will not feel lonely. But it all depends on what we call as the quality of our interactions. The quality of our interactions. How do we interact? What's our level of interactions with people? Well, as I said, loneliness is the gap between the social connections we would like to have. We would like to have maybe deeper connections, meaningful connections with people. And maybe when we don't find we're able to relate at the deeper level, then we can feel lonely. It's a feeling, a subjective feeling that people are not with you, people don't understand you, and that you don't feel that you're able to be connected. Okay, you don't feel you're able to be connected. You feel as if you're going through what no one else is going through and no one else understands you. Well, friends, this feeling of nobody else understands me, it's difficult. When we know someone else is going through a similar thing that we are going through, we're very often encouraged. But when we feel we're going through something alone, which somebody else is not going through, and nobody understands, well, that is a challenging situation. Well, friends, how do we help people who are going through loneliness? One of the common mistakes we make is we love to advise others how to deal with their situations, their problems, whatever. But I think one of the best things would be anyone who can give a compassionate listening ear to the other would really help the other person. You know, in life, very often we look at and we like to go through life showing our successes, our accolades, our the good things we're able to do, and we don't like people to hear our failures, our problems, our difficulties. The important thing is we need to come down and share even our imperfections with people, be our true selves, knowing that God loves us the way we are, we love ourselves the way we are, we love people the way we are. It's okay to be imperfect, it's okay to have problems. Well, friends, one of the important things which is important, as I said, is compassionate listening. Compassionate listening is giving permission to the other person to empty their heart. Somebody wants to empty their heart. And what does that call for us? What can we do? We can just listen to them. Compassion is empathy in action. What is empathy? Empathy is when you put yourself in the place of another person. You put yourself in their place, what they are feeling, what they are going through, and you begin to feel and experience in a way in your mind what they are going through. So you're able to be more compassionate then. Compassionate listening is giving the other person the permission to empty their heart. Compassion is empathy in action. And this empathy is a gateway to compassion. We really want to have that compassion, then we put ourselves in the place of the other person. We really feel and empathize with them. Then they are really able to experience that compassion that they need to experience from someone. Empathy, however, is not necessarily sufficient. It's not sufficient just to empathize with someone else, so it's so important. But it's important to be able to listen to others, also listening without wanting to impose our point of view on someone else. Without wanting to impose. Very often we want to give advice. But the best way to help somebody going through uh, loneliness is to listen to them without even giving our viewpoint, and most important, without being judgmental. We don't know another person's situations, their own struggles from their point of view completely, so it would not be proper to judge them. So one of the good things we can do to help someone going through loneliness is just to listen to them. When someone feels he or she is heard, someone feels he or she herself really uplifted and light. So one of the best things we can do for this people who are going through loneliness is just to listen to them, try and empathize with them, try and be compassionate to them without being judgmental. A kind word would definitely help them. An encouraging word is what we need today. More than words of advice, we need words of encouragement. People need words of kindness, of encouragement, of hope, or even a word which would challenge them that they can do something, they can emerge from that situation victorious, would definitely help them. So let's use our words to bring hope in the lives of others. Hope where there is hopelessness, peace where there is disturbance, joy where there is a lack of joy. We have a responsibility with the gifts and talents we have given us to use it well, to bring hope to a generation that is searching for hope and maybe wondering where they can find hope. God has placed us in this world. We can give them hope by giving them a kind word, by giving them a listening ear, by being with them when they just need our presence, or maybe not even a word, but just being there for them, knowing that we understand what they're going through, they knowing that we believe in them, they knowing that they will make it one day. Well, friends, let's try to at least be the persons that God would like us to be, as we are created in His image and likeness to reflect His love and His glory. God bless you all. Have a great day and continue to shine wherever you are in whatever you do. God bless. Stay blessed.